Alright guys, welcome back. And man, the Longhorns went into the big house, went into Michigan, and put the entire country on notice that this team is not the Texas team of the dark decade, as I like to call it. This is a Texas team that's back. This is a Texas team that will play physical, and I think is ready for SEC play, right? I think today proved that this is the best offensive line in the country, right? You go into Michigan, you go into the big house, so much noise. Obviously, first drive, you have some pre-snap penalties. You have a holding that calls back a touchdown. Cam Williams had 4 penalties by himself just in the first half, right? Just need to settle down. First big game for him, right? But this offensive line proved they're the best in the country today, right? You go into Michigan against a defensive line that a lot of people were saying is also the best in the country, right? Against a Michigan team that prides itself on being physical, and you are just able to dominate. Quinn Ewers has all the time in the world. You're running it down their throat, running it through the middle, running it outside, right? Jake Majors looked like a potential first or second round draft pick today. Jake Majors dominated. Kelvin Banks, per usual, looked really good. Cam Williams, when he settled in the second half, you saw what he's capable of, right? This offensive line, they got the experience, right? They're playing together. And then Quinn Ewers, man. I mean, just a perfect first half. Obviously, the stats aren't going to be that good. I mean, he had, 200 in the first half. He probably finished with, I think, around 250, 260, and 2 touchdowns. But 200 in the first half, right? He's on pace for 400. Just dominated. Footwork is something that I thought he needed to work on from last year. The footwork was there, right? So, I mean, this wide receiver core, elite. I mean, there's probably 6 guys that would start on almost any other team in the country. That's how good this wide receiver core is. Ryan Wingo, dude, I mean, he got that in and around. I think that's probably one of his only plays that he got today, but he got that in and around. The speed he has, the speed this entire team has, right? You lose Jaden Blue, and Travion Wisner is, I think, probably the fastest player on the team. And Travion Wisner is getting outside, right? He's getting screens, right? I mean, just the speed. We took advantage of our speed, right? This team is SEC ready, right? When you look at SEC teams, what do they have? You see the athleticism, and you see the physicality. And you also see great coaches and great defenses. I mean, I think we have all 3 of those. This secondary, which has been a weakness since PK got there, looks so good. I mean, obviously, this isn't a Michigan team of last year, right? You have a weak quarterback, you have a wide receiver core that really isn't that good. But I mean, still, even last week against a pretty good wide receiver core, I think, with some guys that are going to the NFL. Andrew Mukumba looks as good as advertised. Transferring in from Clemson, didn't miss a beat. Andrew Mukumba was everywhere. I think Andrew Mukumba kind of completes this secondary, right? You have Jahdae Barron, you have Malik Muhammad, and then you have an elite safety, kind of completing the secondary. The defensive line, I think, struggled a little bit getting pressure, but Davis Warren was also getting the ball out pretty quick, right? And so I think we get more pressure, but stopping the run, we looked really good against the Michigan team that, again, like I said, prides itself on physicality, prides itself on running the ball. I mean, they still have one of the best running backs in the country in Donovan Edwards. You didn't really see much of him today because, number one, we got out to an early lead, made them throw, made them do what we wanted to make them do, right? And also, whenever he wasn't, we were stopping the run. So, I mean, I just think this team today made a statement, right? This team, in my opinion, is right up there with Georgia. It's 1-2, and it's pretty close. I think Ohio State has a pretty good team as well. I think I still have some question marks about that defense. I mean, obviously, you got Caleb Downs going over there now. But I think Ohio State is that 3rd best team and could make that step up to compete with us in Georgia. I think that Georgia-Texas game is going to be a great game. That's a must-watch game, right? I think it'll probably be 1 and 2 in the nation at that point. Obviously, if we don't drop a game to one of these teams or Oklahoma, we don't have a letdown next week to UTSA. But that Georgia game is honestly, I think, could be a precursor of the national championship. Those are, in my opinion, the 2 best teams in the nation. So that's what I'm looking forward to, right? Just SEC play. I think we're ready. I think this team is truly back. I think we have a chance to compete for the national championship. You go into Michigan and you do that, and you put the put the country on notice. So yeah, man, I'm so excited about this team. So thanks for watching. Make sure you come back next week. I'll probably have previews for UTSA and a recap. And also, Cowboys content coming soon. I think I'll probably make a recap about the game tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching.